Let's start the podcast.
I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
What the hell's going on out here?
Did you get
Including
the
on
shirt
Patreon.
memo today? The blue shirt memo? Good.
I
Got it.
did get the
Sent
blue
that
shirt
earlier.
memo. I have to make some adjustments here. I'm coming in hot. I'm coming in hot. I'm coming in hot.
187 pods, and I don't think people appreciate the effort. You know, where are you? Where am I?
Let me
And
correct
how do we
you.
do it?
It's 266.
Well, is it?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh shit! I'm off by 100 pods.
Again, this is the second time you've been off by 100.
I'm fucking losing my mind.
No,
man.
you know what it is?
don't where
I
even
just
am.
I just posted 186 as a vault episode with John Consoli.
Yes,
That was on last week.
that was
Oh.
Friday's ep. Man, it goes fast. I remember doing that episode while I was on the COVID cruise, and that's 2 years ago. Holy moly, man! It's time, brother. Time. It moves fast.
Time is on my side. No, it ain't.
No, I don't
No,
think
it ain't.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
I'm telling you right now, they say as you get older, things move faster. That fucking pandemic fucked us,
Yes, sir.
robbed us of 18 months of our life, and really
did.
into more of a 3-year situation.
It did. I
The
agree. I think
elections,
it's gonna be.
the January 6th, the fucking another election coming up. We got these two old guys battling it out, and I'm going to vote. I'm not sure who I'm going to vote for. Who else is going to be on the ballots?
Well, it's got a long way to go till November, and I think things can change. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
one bike
things can
accident.
change.
One bike accident for Biden changes the whole thing.
I had a bike accident, and I healed quickly and continued on with my life.
Yeah, your voice was a little higher for about 2 months, but you're okay now.
It was. Hey, are we recording yet? What are we doing? Is this the
this is the
pod? Is this the pod?
Pod warm up that we usually do, and then we hit
Okay.
record, and then you yell at me. You go, "You should have recorded 5 minutes ago."
That's right, because the gold is always done. So yeah, this is episode 287?
No,
287.
267, I think.
267.
I think.
think
Around there.
We'll fix
Ballpark it.
that. In,
I'll put it up right
post.
here. Bling! And I'll do a voiceover.
267 morons.
There we go.
Wrong,
Now everybody
you idiot.
knows. Everyone knows.
So anyway, we are 2 L's, 1 pod. I'm currently in Miami.
Pod is short for podcast, if you're not familiar with the lingo.
Oh, jeez. I'm in Miami. I'm on the Icon of the Seas. We're starting a cruise tomorrow, the first revenue cruise, the inaugural, if you will, or the maiden. I don't know the difference between maiden and inaugural.
Well, this is with passengers. Before you had employees, you had the brass, the big brass are on, the
They're still
travel
here.
agents.
They're staying on. They're staying on another week.
How many shows have they gone to of yours?
We've done 24 shows in 2
And
weeks.
and how many fire drills after your performance?
None. They've all been really. The shows have been very good. I mean, the club is beautiful. It's the best comedy club on the. It's fantastic.
That's what I'm
low
hearing.
ceiling, 180 people. You can't go wrong in that room. I would say they've been to 6, 7 shows, different groups. We had Jason Liberty came in. He's the top of the food chain.
The big kahuna.
But they reserved everything in the back for him and the family, and they were here. I don't know how long if you stayed through the whole thing or not, but they were here, and but all the big guys are here every night, or you see them, and
Is Nick Ware
it's a lot
there?
of
Nick
pressure.
Ware.
Oh, he's here. He's
I
at
love
a
that
lot of
Nick Ware.
shows. He's at a lot of shows. He's in the green. We have a green room, and all the guys like to pop in there and see what we're doing and hang out. And they're always disappointed. They open the door, and the 3 of us are just on our phones. They're like, "This is it. This is what you're doing in here. And
This
we're like,
isn't rock and
"Yeah,
roll, man."
This is what we do, buddy.
Where's
We
the
just fucking
groupies?
We look at our phone, and then we do another show, and then we go to bed. So it's not that exciting, but yeah, it's tomorrow's the big day,
Mhm.
and here's a little swag. I'm drinking my drink out of an
Ooh.
Icon.
Those are
little,
$35 on Amazon, maybe $29.
Well, I'm putting it on eBay when I get home, so that'll be nice. $25. There you go. No, it's a beautiful little. Well, you get
water flask. What are they calling it?
some. Yeah, I don't know the name
Is
of
it a
that
flask?
thing. It's the one with the straw in it, and then you
Built-in
have this
straw.
thing as a straw.
Yeah, you can use it as anal wash.
I don't do that anyway.
You
sir,
dirty
where
anal
are you?
person, you.
Where are you, by the way? Besides sitting in the next to your door.
This is crazy.
What
Look
are you
at
on?
this.
What is this? The fucking SS? What ship is this?
This is
Goddamn.
one of my favorites. This is the Celebrity Equinox, the sister company to Royal Caribbean, and it's one of my favorite. This is the Solstice class. The Solstice was the first one, and then it was followed by the Eclipse.
Was this 1958? It debuted.
I think these ships are probably 12 years old now, maybe 13. But they still these ships, when they came out, everybody was like, "Ooh, let's copy that." So now a lot of the other cruise lines are mimicking this, but they were the pioneers. And yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And they have the new class, I guess it's the Edge class. Those are nice.
All right. I have not done Celebrity. I've done Royal, Carnival, and Princess and Holland, but my loyalties go back to Royal as long as
they treat us pretty nicely. Same thing with Celebrity.
Yeah.
They're
That's
kind.
all you want.
They're kind to my calendar.
Man. Treat us nice. That's all we ask.
I get the good treatment, and my calendar is populated, and I'm happy about that. Sometimes it happens sooner than later, and I don't care for it when it's later, but it eventually happens.
It's a little scary when it's late. It's like a woman, I'm late. It's the same thing with a calendar. Where the fuck, come on.
And then I have you going, don't worry about it. You go through this every year. You're going to get them all at once. And meanwhile, his calendar is completely full for 4 years.
No, but it does. We are lucky that every year it does work. It does work out. It does work out. So it's always a good thing. But it is.
I'm actually turning. I'm in the position of turning them down now.
Hey, now,
careful what you wish for. It is a good feeling, actually.
That's a beautiful feeling. God,
but I look at my calendar. I'm always like, can I do it? What if I go here? If I go to Aruba and stay an extra night?
No, got a YOLO, man. YOLO. You know what I mean? Every now and then you got to go, hey, fuck it. I'm going to take those 3 days off and enjoy myself.
I'm trying to get a week.
Yeah. Like my schedule at this one, I'm on, 2 off for the year on Icon. So those 2 off, I'm going to enjoy. Sometimes I'm going to do a gig. I'm going to pick up a gig.
You're full of shit. You do land gigs in between. You do local. I mean, somewhat.
Maybe not this year. I may take this. May take a little break from those clubs this year and do some other things. So
here's what I would do. Yeah, if you want me to come back, I'm going to need a little bump in pay.
Give me a little money.
And see what happens. Take a year out, and then next year they will come. They might offer you right then and there the bump. So.
Yeah, I love those clubs in Florida and all, but it's, what it is? We've both been doing this forever. And to me, and I don't know how you feel about that, the waiting in the green room, I can't really take anymore. The show ends, say an 8:00 show ends at 9:30. The next show's at 11:15.
Yeah.
That, I want to go home. Or I want to, you know what I mean? I just can't take it. And the sitting with the open micer and the MC, and I've had those conversations for 30 years. I know those conversations. You know what I mean? I just can't take it. So I'm like, why am I doing that?
Some of the comics that have been doing it as long as we do, they don't show up until 5 minutes before they go on.
Well, that's what I do.
Where are they? He texts me. He's outside. He's in the parking lot. It's just.
Well, that's me. I always get the text. Are you close? And I'm like in the parking lot pulling in. But hey, we should talk about, since comedians, the big news in comedy right now. Everyone's
Mark
wondering
Norman.
What the former podcast guest of ours, by the way. We've had Mark on the podcast. If you want to check that one out, they're all on YouTube, I think, or they're all podcasts. They're all available. We had him on a while back, and it's a very weird situation. I'm not positive. I think I know what happened, but
was it a prank?
I'm not positive. Well, it's interesting though. I just find like he was at the Beacon Theater Friday and Saturday night, tonight and tomorrow. And while it was almost sold out, it wasn't sold out. And then Wednesday night, national news sort of happens for him in a club in New York. And it's very weird. He's on stage. A guy walks on stage. Then security takes the guy off stage. Then they take Mark off stage. And then they clear the room. And it seems to be produced by this company that does a lot of stunts.
A publicity stunt?
Yes. Why not?
Because the girl that went up, I don't know if she was an actress or what, she goes, everything's okay. Everything's fine. Get out. And I thought that was kind of funny. But the audience was like, what? What's going on here? And it went viral. If you don't know, I think he was at the Mark Norman, comedian, excuse us. And he was at the Stand in New York City performing.
I think it was New York Comedy Club.
Oh, you're right. I apologize. New York Comedy Club in the East Village, a little bit north of that, whatever that area is. And all of a sudden, like you said, you described some guy got up on stage and was doing something. We thought he was a heckler or commandeering the stage or possibly going to physically harm him. Which, excuse me, which I've witnessed before.
Right. But we've seen those sort of situations, but they never escort the comic off the stage and then close the show. That's very strange. And that production company had bought the room for the evening, and they're known for stunts and various type of publicity seeking events. And then he's got the Beacon Friday.
Would you
Saturday.
say the mystery made a success?
I would say so. Everyone's talking about it. It's on TMZ. It's in New York Post. COVID. It's in the New York Post today. Big article, and they promote his pods in it. They have pictures everywhere. Didn't hurt him. Let me just say, let's just put out there. This did not hurt him. And it's a little questionable. I don't know if he would do that. He doesn't seem like that kind of guy, but I really don't know him. And he might have been talked into it and just said, hey, this will really break and we'll make big story. And I don't know. So he'll have pod fodder for the next 2 years. But it's interesting. The whole thing is kind of a weird story. You know what I mean? Like, what happened there? And I'm sure it'll come out in a few days or today. Or
Robert Kelly, I think Robert Kelly first posted it or leaked it, or he's a comedian. Boston guy now lives in New Jersey, but he performs in New York regularly. He has his own podcast. He put it on Twitter, and that kind of like took off right there. And he said, hey, what happened here? What's going on? So I don't know if he was in on it, if it is a prank, or if he was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then Norman put out the publicist
nobody was harmed. Yeah. Oh, nobody was harmed.
And then he made a little joke like, oh, here's the old publicist statement, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? We've been around long enough to just go, well, that doesn't happen. That just, you can be a guy on stage, but I've never seen the comic walked out and then someone go, hey, we're okay, but get the fuck out. Everything's fine. Get out of here. So
right.
I question it, buddy. I question it. You know what I'm saying? Well,
again, it was effective. And if it wasn't a prank, it's still effective either way.
It worked. Yeah. I mean, it's great for him.
Publicity.
And I'm sure the Beacon is now completely sold out for Friday
my thought was
Saturday.
Is with a physical threat. Someone mentioned pro-Palestinian protest, anti blah, blah, whatever it was, or bomb scare. I mean, all the rumors start flowing. And that's how the rumors start. Someone says, I heard it was a bomb scare.
He was still trying at the end, though. He was still joking, like because he froze up. He's like, "Yeah, a little Mitch McConnell," and then
that
he
was
did
funny.
A little old man shuffle out of there. He's always like,
yeah. He's a former skateboarder. He's a former competing skateboarder, and he's got still some moves, but he's done a lot of damage to his body.
Yeah, we had him on the pod right after.
So even though he's like 40, so even he's like 39, 40, he's like.
Yeah. So we'll find out about that. And where are you today, by the way? I meant to ask earlier.
We're at sea. We're heading to Port Everglades, Fort Lauderdale tomorrow morning. I will get off the ship. I'm a downliner, and that means that I joined the cruise ship mid-cruise. They flew me into Aruba, and I have to be the first one off the ship. They can't let anyone else off the ship until I get off. And so I'm just going to masturbate on the gangway. Thank you. I'm getting off.
I wasn't even going to pop in with there. I was going to let you go for that because I knew once you said get off, you wanted to finish with you wanted to finish that. So I stayed quiet on that one for you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man, thank you. Yeah, I miss you by a day, really, because I'm in Miami and we're leaving tomorrow. We leave. We sail. You may see the beautiful icon pass you by.
Can we meet up? No, let's meet up because I'm getting off at 6:30 in the morning. Well, I got to go to meet at 6:30. I'll probably get out of the terminal at 7. And then I'll be the first one off. So I will jump in a taxi or an Uber and go to Miami. So if you want to meet somewhere,
I would like to.
I'm going to be homeless. I'm going to be homeless until 1 p.m.
We could possibly. The only reason I'm saying I don't know because tomorrow
we could have done a podcast in person.
Tomorrow, the first day of the new cruise for the newest ship, 7,000 people are joining. I don't know if I want to be in the mix out there. You know what I'm saying? I think I might want to just stay on, get my new card, and stay on board because 7,000 people are going to be joining, looking around, going, "What?
Excuse me.
Oh my god!"
All right, menstruating Mary. # Bloody Mary. Fine.
That's offensive. That's offensive.
Yeah, we're canceled.
Let's hope. Yeah, we had Messi on here. Lionel Messi.
How many people were on board in the last 2 cruises that you did? Preliminary cruises.
I think there were we're close to 3,000.
Oh, half.
Each 3-day cruise. Each 3-day cruise at 3,000. Mm-hmm. It was very nice. Elevators available.
Stay on board.
Always,
don't. Yeah. Because you don't know how it's going to go. It's the first time
it's going to be a nightmare
doing this. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's just going to be insanity out there. And these people are all going to, they don't, this thing, it's not like walking on a regular ship. They're all going to be lost, banging into each other. I'm like, nah, I went off the ship today, went down to Little Havana. Have you ever been to Little Havana?
Years ago, yes. I've gone through it.
It's a goddamn wet dream, man. That is, that's something special if you like cigars and coffee.
Yes.
That's all you need. You need that street.
You just need a toilet because that coffee, the Cuban coffee is like,
oh, it's so good.
Houston, we have a problem. Repeat.
I was in a little place and I said I would get a cappuccino. And then the girl was like, oh, do you maybe this? And she pointed at a picture and it was a Cuban coffee with like a dollop of whipped cream on top. And I was like, I don't know, a cappuccino. And she's like, no, better. This is better.
Yeah. Because you use the cream as a creamer on top.
Yes.
And it's just a little bit sweet. It's not Cool Whip. It's just whipped cream. Yeah,
it was fantastic. It was $9. A little pricey for a cup of Joe.
In Little Havana?
In Little Havana.
Oh, you got Caucasian prices.
I guess so. I am a white man and my privilege is over. There's no privilege anymore. No. We're paying other people prices, but it was very good. And then I go to this little cigar place and I come to Tampa and Florida, the nicest lounges in the world. And then you go to Little Havana, they have great cigars, great prices, but you sit on a broken chair and and it smells
furniture
weird,
that people put out on the street for trash day. They picked up and said
it's like comedy condo furniture.
Yeah.
If you're familiar, if you're listening, if you know what I'm talking, just use shit. But hey, great cigar and great coffee. That'll carry the day. I'll be okay with a broken chair.
Now you purchased that kind of you purchased 8 hand-rolled Cuban seed cigars last week, and you burned through all of them.
Well, I do one a day, so I had 7.
So you had one left over.
Yeah, I have one, but I have a 7-day cruise now coming up.
So did you buy 6 or did you buy 8?
Well, I bought 10.
All right, because you're going to go home.
They're so good. They're so good. Well, the guy, I bought 10 and I'd been there the week before. And then he goes, I'll give you a
better deal.
About 5 and 1 free. Because I was doing the 8. And then he goes, what? So I go, I'll just get 10 then. And then he goes, and the one you smoked here is on me. So
finally,
not bad. Not bad.
Finally, he gave you a break.
Well, it's
Well,
only my second time there.
Yeah, he gave you a break the first time. Those are pretty prices, actually.
Those are good prices, man. Because you go across the street to one of the, sort of not a chain, but a more professional looking place. That same kind of stick is $18-19.
Holy
so
fuck.
he's,
yeah.
But you get it. It's a nicer place. So I go in the shit place for the good stick.
I would do the same.
Thank you. Yes. But speaking coffee. Did I tell you this? I don't remember because we didn't do a pod last week. We had some issues at sea. We put up a classic with John Caponera. But did I tell you this where I was getting off the ship for one of those 3 days, then you have to get off the ship, and I went to get coffee? Did I tell you this where the guy, the coffee wasn't working? And so I told the guy, I go, hey, the coffee's out. Can you, possibly get some coffee? And he goes, oh, okay. And then what he does was he took the decaf sign off the coffee, off the decaf was working. He put that on the non-working coffee machine. And he took the coffee sign and put it on the decaf machine. He goes, there you go.
You did. You started telling that story last pod, but because of the technical issue, we deep sixed it. So it was, yes. That was his method of fixing it.
That was the fix. I was like, I mean, there's coffee, but it's not real. It's decaf, and it's not. It was gone. It's just like that was the fix. Okay, there you go, asshole. Drink your shit.
I don't think he was being an asshole. I think he was. It's the Syracuse dumb, we call it.
What does that mean? Syracuse dumb.
There's a lot of peripheral outside the city of Syracuse, just on the edges of the town. We came across a lot of that stuff, that behavior with the service industry. We called this me and Bernadette Pauly. Syracuse dumb.
I never heard the term. You made it up, or is that an actual...
we coined it.
Oh,
it pissed off a few of our friends from Syracuse, but I'm saying not you.
Yeah, that whole area is not very bright. Syracuse, Buffalo, those Bills fans, huh? Boy,
be nice.
I can't. It's so great.
They got
wide
hurt.
right. Wide right again. Oh, man.
Wow.
They shoveled out the fucking stadium.
And I'm going to say under those conditions, but that's where they practice.
And the people shoveled out the stadium and they still lost. That is, I mean, you can do all that fucking shoveling and then a kicker, one job, and he misses. Oh, brutal.
It's the
brutal.
Pressure. He's no Testaverde, I'll tell you that much.
He's paid to you're paid, buddy, to pressure. To pressure. Fuck. I had to.
Yeah, but you can come through all season long, but then when you get to the playoffs, different animal. That's the real test.
Well, he was released, so
there you go.
He came through all year and he got to miss that kick, and they go, "Get the fuck out of here! We can't have him back in here." The fans wouldn't allow it. He has to leave. He has to leave the country
because you don't know if it's going to happen again during that.
I had one of those the other night, though.
Josh Allen era.
A lot of the brass and bigwigs were in the audience, and I did my first joke, and I was following either Paul or Simeon, and they kill it, and then my first joke didn't really go, and then my second joke didn't really go. In my head, I was like, I'm fucking fired. They're gonna, I mean, all these. So I'm still doing my act, but the back of your brain is talking and going, we're done. They're gonna, this is unbelievable. They're gonna send you home, and I'm never gonna work again. And I was, oh my God. And then the third joke worked, and it was kind of a dirtier one, and they laughed loud. So then I went like dirty a little bit. Yeah. I was like, oh, because I was keeping it like clean and fun. And they were like, no, we want adult comedy. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I just went for it. But those initial 2 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the mind inside the mind of a comedian on stage. We're editing, we're second guessing, and you're pulling back on the throttle so you don't hit the mountain. And 9 out of 10 times we clear. We go,
yeah.
Ah.
But you can always have a bomb, and you never know when it's going to come. And it could come at the worst opportune time ever. And that was my thought, because we don't, I don't care who you are. You're gonna have a show that's like, ugh.
Well, that's why I was asking, how many shows are the same brass coming to? Because if they come to 10 shows, every time they come, there's a chance you're gonna have a dud. So
Yeah, that's why we're in the green room, and then they'll pop in and go, "Oh, Nick's here, Ken, Allison," and I'm like,
Don't I
"Fuck
don't want to I don't want to
again."
hear this. I don't. Although Nick's going to be in the
That's the
Nick's
thing.
going to be in the back by the bar. You're going to see he's like
There's no bar,
6'11".
no bar, sir.
Oh,
We have
the
no
new
bar in the
shit.
room, which is nice. No noise, none of that shit. You know,
We're going to war.
that's right. We're going to war, baby. But yeah, they pop in all the time, and even different people will pop in and go, "Oh, well, this is nice. What you got in?" They'll have a seat. You go, "Oh, hi, how are you?" They're just checking it out.
And you
But
don't know if are they wearing suits? What are they doing? Do you know if they're well,
yeah,
because the whole crew, there's no passengers. There's
no. So everyone and the travel agents, they stay the fuck out. So that's good. But it's been good. They've been great, and yeah, big travel agent, and they're selling the thing, but it's already sold for the next year. You know, it's not a worry. And then there's another one coming out, another one. So things are good. Things are good in the cruise world.
the
I would
Star.
say.
Is it the Star coming out?
Summer of 2025 is and then Odyssey is going to be out of Canaveral, brand new.
Another ship
and
called
that's
the Odyssey, huh?
no, I'm wrong then. Not the Odyssey. What there is an Odyssey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I forget what the new name. Utopia.
Oh, okay.
Utopia.
Okay.
That's going to be out of Canaveral, doing 3 and 4 day, which they got a brand new ship for 3 and 4 day cruises.
Well,
But those things are the money makers.
They're the moneymakers. And here's the thing: 80% of the passengers drive to Cape Canaveral. They don't fly. So one of the reasons why American Airlines is no longer doing the marine contracts for crew,
Yeah.
which was great for the cruise line because it gives them a lot of flexibility. They get a little discount.
And we all got miles.
We all got miles. They took 2 bags per crew member.
Mm-hmm.
So it was all these perks. And now like, we don't need that money anymore because we're oversold.
Yeah.
But they were the biggest airline there for a short period of time. Now they're
But
number 5.
For you, your travel needs, are you American Airlines your top?
I am. I'm executive platinum top. Oh, I guess you can get what's the one above that? That flagship one. What is that? Concierge.
Yeah.
Concierge. That's overall everything. But
Pilot
yeah, and I
portion
have the
class.
credit
It's pretty
card. I have the
nice.
credit card, their Advantage card. I have the membership to the club. I have all these things. And
Yeah.
now the cruise lines announce they're not going to be
Throw
doing
those
business with
cards in
them
the
anymore.
garbage.
But they are giving us the option to book our own flight. So I was going to ask you about that, but we don't want to bore the listeners too much.
No, but that's a good option to have as long as you stay in that price range. You know what I mean? There's certain price range.
Here's the thing. I've already got a certain amount of money invested out of pocket. How much more? What is the average price out of pocket going to be? If they're saving $150, $200 per flight, and I'm flying 20 times, right? That's 2.5, $3,000. Is that worth it out of my pocket?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's individual. Everyone will have to decide how that works for them.
That's to have better service, fly more business class, and
which is important. Which is important.
I'm a different human when I travel, especially those long flights in a business class, or forget it, first class, European first class, in the bed. Holy shit!
No shit.
I'm a different animal.
That's right.
I'm like ready to go. I could do 3 shows that night.
I haven't flown in a long time, really, like a lot. And I'm going to Europe in June, I think, and I'm going to be in the back of the fucking plane. I'm going to be next to the bathroom. I have no status anymore on anything.
Here's the thing: when you don't have status, you can't even upgrade your seats now. They charge you anywhere from like $29 to $109 to go towards the front of the plane, an aisle seat. It's insane.
Yeah, $109 for nothing though. You're in row 22, window. It's not a good seat.
But here's the other thing. If they're saving $150 on a flight, flying me on an airline where I don't have status, they got to pay for my luggage, and I take 2 bags. Because if I go out for 2 or 3 weeks, I'm on the West Coast. If I go for 2 or 3 weeks,
I'm here for 3 weeks. 1 bag.
Yeah. First of all, you drove
1 bag.
You drove to the ship. Number 1.
I did.
Okay. You have the redundancy. Did you do laundry? Or are you wearing the same stinky underwear?
One pair, 3 weeks. So what?
I'm not judging.
Who are you?
I do not want to be doing any dirty dancing with you. I'll tell you that much.
Well, when you have enough drinks, that's not
a
your
couple of cocktails, but it's dry. It's dry January. I'm proud of my dry January.
Wait a second. We had a podcast.
Yep.
Early January.
Mm-hmm.
You and your wife.
Yeah.
Went to a New Year's Eve party or so.
New Year's Eve.
And did some drinking in the month of January. So tell me about dry January one more time.
Okay. So I had half a glass of champagne after midnight on January 1st. So technically, yes. But I also...
What were your parents there? They gave you half a glass.
I was traveling, and I was traveling one day. I had a layover. There was a couple of delays. So I was like about 2 hours late to my destination.
Dude, you were hungover on the podcast.
I was drinking the night before. I was drinking on New Year's Eve.
Okay.
But I had.
So you haven't had a
bubbly.
drink all of January?
No, I have.
Okay. So it's not dry. That's my point.
That's what I'm saying is during the month of January, we were talking one day. My flight was 2 hours late, and we were talking about getting a burger at the bistro at the hotel, the sports bar, and having a beer. And I'm very suggestive. And I went, this is the exception. There were 20 people.
That's right. You sent me a picture.
There were 20 people in line to check in. They were all, because there was like 2 planes that were late. So they were all coming at once, 25 people in line. And I looked over at the bar, and there was 2 guys sitting at the bar. So I wheeled my luggage in, sat down. I said, I'll have a cold beer, and I'll do a burger.
That's it. And we were saying that, like,
a Hilton burger.
There's not, I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but if you're a traveler, it's one of the better things. The burger beer at the bar with sports on.
And I'm watching the game, and then
pretty good.
I finish. I walk over to the counter. It's empty. I check in, go to my room. I'm in my underwear, and I'm watching ESPN.
Why in your underwear?
Because
you
yours
take your
is
clothes
dirty.
off to watch. You take your clothes off to watch ESPN.
Because yours were dirty.
That makes no sense.
We both have jokes that don't make. Mine at least it was a callback.
You did call it back. I'm burned, man. I did 24 shows. I got the day off today, but it's like I'm out of my mind. The other day we went to Coco Cay Tuesday, and then Wednesday we're at sea, and I opened my window and we see the water, and I texted Simi and I go, hey, what happened at Coco Cay today? Anything? He goes, that was yesterday. I was like, fuck. I'm losing days. I'm losing fucking days out here.
That's hysterical.
I really, oh my God. It's, yeah. So we had Lionel Messi, and a lot of people didn't know who he was. I'm like,
what?
That's like he's an international Michael Jordan. I looked him up, $1.6 billion. Billion, B, with a B.
Yeah, with a B.
Callback.
Yeah. And that's from countries that take a lot more in taxes than the U.S.
Well, it's why he's here now. It's why he's in Miami.
Yeah. Well, I say that, but there's other ways they get us. Like, we got to pay for health care. We got to.
Well, they get us all right.
The sales tax.
They get us. He's okay with it. I think he's okay with
VAT taxes. These other. Yeah. What I'm saying is
you know what Miami. You know what Miami pays him? First season.
180.
180 mil.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
per season, 60 mil per season.
60. I'm sorry, but he's got a contract for
many years.
Oh, it is many years. Okay, is it 5 years?
Yeah, he's probably 5. At least
he's
5.
Getting older now. He's getting older.
Yeah, but it's like Pele. Even Pele was 50 when he came in. Remember when he started United States Soccer? He was an old man, but it didn't matter. He's still better than all the Americans.
He was a brand at that point, but he was
still better.
He was still
Messi at 50 is better than most of our guys. Let's be honest.
Well, Messi's not 50. He's
30s.
At
50 he will be better than a lot of American soccer players.
Oh yeah, no, it's the gifted skill.
And he came on and they did the thing, and they smashed the champagne on the hull, and then he got the fuck out of here. People like, I wonder if he's going to cruise with us.
What did he get for that?
No, he's not cruising with us. I don't know. He's the godfather of the ship. So
that's
probably a nice check.
That's
a nice check to get him out of his house to come to the ship, do that.
We're going to pick you up in a limo. You're going to walk on. We're going to say something. Da, 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 da. You're going to come up. Thank you. Smash the thing. Da, 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 da. Have a great trip. You're off. $1 million.
I would say, it's not
After
outrageous.
taxes, lawyer,
No, right.
and agent, probably 640 grand.
All right. A little pocket money to go out to dinner with the wife in South Beach. It's not a bad day.
And then she blows it on coke.
Wow, I'm not saying that. This guy's starting wild rumors here.
Is he
Mrs.
married?
Messi's a cokehead.
He's married with kids yet?
Married with kids. Yeah, they were all here. They were all, and he brought the team. The whole team was here. And they all sat down the front row at the Aquadome, and this whole thing. And it was pretty cool, but I just couldn't believe people were like, who is he?
He brought the whole team, so that was a
Messi
couple of mil.
All right, maybe.
No,
Maybe.
because I can't get it raised, and they're just throwing their money around. I can't get free internet.
Why he can't get a raise.
I want it free. Can I get 50% off the internet? That'd be nice.
We get 30% now, right? If you sign up early, you don't.
It's not always available. It's between 20 and 30, but it's usually 20 to 25. 30 is tough. But when I do it, it's like hitting the lottery.
I'm sorry?
It's like hitting the lottery. Now on Celebrity here, they gave me 50% off plus the cruise special because I came on mid-cruise.
Well, they should. You're in a fucking room that doesn't have Wi-Fi.
Right. So for 4 days, it was $27.70.
Beautiful. That's doable. When it's $180 for a week, you start to go.
That's
come on.
less. That's $6 and what is it? $6.85 a day for high-speed internet. Now, yes, it only works in this part of my cabin, but when I go out in the lounges, big comfortable chairs, beep, horn,
Hey, did you? Just a quick one. Did you see today? We're recording on Friday. Donald Trump was doing this, the defamation suit. That woman he raped, and then
which one?
E.J. Carroll, the advice columnist, and then he defamed her over the years. He said, "No, she's not my type. I wouldn't do it." So then today was the civil suit where they're suing him because he court for
he settled for $5 million, and she wants 10 more.
She wants 10 more, but he was such a douchebag in the courtroom. The judge today came out with his decision. She gets $83.3 million.
Holy shit. Here's my question. I didn't pay attention.
I knew that would blow your brain.
Well, first of all, where's the 0.3 come from?
I don't know.
Why not just 85? Why not 80? Why 83.3?
83 to make him fucking shit in his diaper. 83.3 million. Now she'll never see a penny, of course. That's obvious with him.
She'll get she'll get a fraction of it.
A fraction, but the judge had enough of his bullshit and just went, we're here for 10 mil, 83.3.
Why did that backfire on him? What was he thinking? Because he wants to win the presidency? He's going to win the presidency.
I know he is, and this all helps him. Now he's a martyr. Now people, they're going to come to his defense. His minions will be sending him $83 million over the weekend to take care of it for him.
True. Well,
so it's
if she gets another 15, 20 mil, I hope she gets it. She's going to need that for security because she's already getting death threats.
Well, that's what her lawyer was saying. Her life's been threatened over and over. She's afraid. She had to move.
All those people at the elections, even the Republican people that were working for the elections, because they said we have no evidence of fraud. They're getting death threats.
Well, and a lot of them are going to jail. A lot of the ones they went to. One of the guys in Georgia got 4 months in jail.
Yep,
for saying shit about the election, and it's
without any proof.
Crazy world, man. Crazy times that we're in right now.
If you believe it, go ahead and believe it, but don't. If you're in a position of power in that level,
I am.
Don't. Without the evidence in this country, you run the risk of breaking the law. And what are the other?
Breaking the law. Remember that song? That was a good song. Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. Judas Priest, 1980. Oh, that was good stuff.
Yeah, they're
And we never knew. We never
big
knew he
rock and
was gay.
roll. Yeah, you didn't know.
Remember,
How
Rob?
did you
well,
not know?
At the time, no one.
You
we
knew.
didn't know.
That's why you followed
knew.
them.
You knew Rob Halford was gay at the time. Now looking back, of course.
When you had their poster over your bed of just him.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever touch yourself? Did you ever sit there in your underwear and look at it?
At Rob Halford's post, I've never had a Rob Halford. But
Dude,
yes, if you want,
they know I'm
the real
joking.
truth.
They know I'm making it up. This is the chemistry of this podcast. This is the success. This is why we get hundreds and hundreds of downloads.
We do
a year.
A year. Oh man, I had a couple of pods. I've had Uber tales. I had another one. Maybe you'll get one tomorrow because you're going to be in a couple of an Uber at least in Miami area, Fort Lauderdale. But this guy today,
Miami. You go home, Miami. I go. I'm going to Miami. Okay.
This one was weird because it was a New Jersey guy, so he was like, just old American Joe, and he was worse than any of the fucking Mexican, or not Mexican, Spanish Cubans.
Our Latino friends from
our
Cuba,
Latino
immigrants.
Friends. Yes.
Yeah, because he's from New Jersey and he's a fish out of water. And a lot of our Latino friends may want to keep it on the down low because they don't have a good handle on the English and we don't have a good handle on Spanish. So
and they're
everybody's
illegal.
like, well, I was suggesting it. I wasn't saying it. What I'm saying is a guy from New Jersey,
Oh, yeah. So he's all over the place talking, blah, what are you doing on the ship? It's not even sailing yet. What do you do on that thing? And I'm like, I tell him, I'm a contractor and just doing some work. Oh, I got a fake phone call. Let me talk on that for about 10 minutes. And then I hang up my fake phone call. And then he's like, where you headed? Oh, Top Cigar. I see you're going to Top Cigar. He goes, I'm a cigar man. And he opens up his glove box and he pulls out a thing, one of those little packages. It's 5 sticks. It's $10. He gets it at the bodega. I go, yeah. I go, he goes, they're pretty good though. They're not bad. They're not bad.
5 from the bodega for $10.
Yeah.
Those are ass rolled, grown in the backyard of some
pubic hair.
Yeah.
Sawdust, pubic hair, and cum.
No control.
I mean, those things are
rat droppings. Yeah. They're pretty good.
They're pretty good. Yeah. So I go, yeah, whatever. I didn't want to. I'm like, yeah, those are good. Whatever you like, right? Whatever you like is good. And then he goes, well, you know what? I goes, geez, I've never been to Top Cigar. Maybe I'll join you. And I go, what?
No.
I go, what?
No.
Join me. So then the brain's got to get to work here because I'm not going to walk in with this guy. I got a buddy. So I go, also, I go, hey man, I go, do you know if there's a CVS around that area that I'm going to?
The mind of a Long Island guy against a New Jersey guy. Wow.
There's no contest. So I go, he goes, I believe there is one. He goes, they're on every corner. I go, yeah. I go, you know what? I need to go to a CVS actually first.
Yeah.
So if you could drop me off, that would be great. And then he's like, he goes, do you know how to put in add a stop? You can add a stop and then I can stay. I go, no. I'm sure it'd be close to where I'm going. So if you drop me off, I'll just walk a couple blocks. That'll be fine. Thank you. And then he pulled up to a CVS and I got the fuck out of there.
Did you see the CVS when you were saying it?
Yeah. No, I didn't see it when I was saying it, but we drove another mile and then he's like, there's a CVS. And I go, that'd be perfect. Thank you. Oh man, you're a lifesaver.
You got into another Uber, didn't you?
No, I walked from CVS.
A mile?
Put it in my, it was less than a mile. I put it in my, with steps. It was, almost a mile, but beautiful day.
So it took you 15, 20 minutes?
I think less. I think it was 11 minutes.
Oh, all right. That's pretty good.
Straight down 8th Street. Straight. Just keep walking straight.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the stoplights. I added some extra time.
Yeah.
That's the main drag, 8th Street.
That's Little Havana. Yeah. But can you imagine? The guy's like, it was like a nightmare. Maybe I'll join you.
Did you feel at any time like a gang was going to come out and initiate you or anything like that?
I would. I'd love it. I'd love to be part of a Little Havana gang. That'd be my fucking dream too.
That's why you're going there too. See,
I love that place.
we were talking about this. I'm like, Al keeps going there. There's no gay clubs, right? So he goes, okay, it's not that.
Well, why am I gay? I was married. I have
well-
a girlfriend. I don't know why you're intent on.
No, I'm just
making
saying
me
we
gay.
said he's not gay, so it's not a gay club.
Well, no one would assume I'm gay. We.
Well, it's
not gay.
It's the Judas Priest thing. That's why.
Oh, well, I like Rob Halford. What the fuck? Why not? Breaking the law. Breaking the law. But meanwhile, the guy's in chaps. He's wearing a shirtless vest in chaps. And in my
And you're like, I
teenage
didn't know he was
friends-
gay. I
we
didn't
all
know he was
never did.
gay.
We went there. We thought he was a fucking cool English rocker. And then
We
it's
thought
like Queen.
chaps. We thought chaps was cool. It was cowboy or biker. We had no
Yeah.
idea that that was big in the gay community, and
No.
us homophobic young
Well,
men.
Of course not.
Well,
we're 17. We
were
didn't know it.
Well,
I
17.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know it. I didn't think that of him as that way. And then who's the other one? Queen. Remember when Freddie Mercury died? People were like, oh my God, he had AIDS. He was fronting a band called Queen
Mhm.
without a shirt, and I mean, the signs were there.
And tight
but
pants
people are
with a
surprised.
big bulge.
People are always surprised by things like that. They go, "Oh my God, I didn't know he was
We thought it was
gay."
cool. We thought it
Yeah.
was cool rock and roll,
Mhm.
heterosexual, popular music of our youth. We were like, yeah.
Yeah,
man, that
breaking
guy's
the
a
law.
pickle smoocher. What are you talking
breaking
about?
the law.
People were getting into fights when people started saying that these guys were gay. What are you talking about?
Were they?
I've been to
People were
3 of their
fighting about that?
concerts. I'm just
People were
trying to
fighting
create
about that?
some. I'm trying to create a
Oh,
little
All right,
content.
all
little
right,
content.
All right. All right. Well, I'd rather you bring a story to the show, and then I can jump in there and pop in for. You know what I mean? Got a story, Al? Got something happen? How about you? Oh, how are your shows going? How are the shows going on Celebrity?
I told you in private because I don't
Al
like when
bombed.
people. I don't like when people toot their own
He might be
horn.
fired. You like to toot your own horn,
I'll
buddy.
tell you, my first joke went over great. So did the second one.
Oh, yeah. Well, no pressure. You got
Now, you
fucking
know what it
grandma
was?
and
I
grandpa
told
the
you in
fucking
private that
crowd.
I said they went quite well. And it was nice to do a fly on in the middle of the cruise. It's a 9-day cruise. They had been here for nearly a week. And I was fresh meat. I didn't go on the first night. I had a full night rest.
Mhm.
I actually had 2 nights rest. And then
2 nights rest.
a 7 and 9 o'clock show. I did 45 minutes on the first one and 50 on the second one. And they gave me it all. It was stress-free and I had fun. So I was very pleased with the results. But yes.
Must be nice. Stress-free show in front of a bunch
Well,
of old
I had
bags
just
and
come
get
off
to do your thing. Pretty
I came
nice.
off of 13 or 14 shows on the Harmony of the Seas.
All right.
So,
All right, sir. All right, sir.
you
But
know how
that's
that is.
it's great. It's a great feeling. It's rare. You got a little standing O, which is rare in comedy. Very well done.
I told you that in private, but now it's coming out. I
gotta
did.
put it
I
out
don't.
there.
I
It's
don't.
good. It's
I
a
don't
rare
get.
thing.
It's a rare thing. And I remember
I get
I
them
was
nightly, but
I was actually
rare
on
for you.
another celebrity ship. I don't remember when it was, but it was my birthday, and
June 5th.
I got a standing ovation, and then the curtains opened up, and they wheeled out a big sheet cake, and sang "Happy Birthday" to me, and I got choked up, and I shit myself.
Choked up, all right.
No, I got a little choked up. It was
Making fun of Rob Halford, and then you're getting choked up with a birthday cake. Come on, sir. Stay on the path.
It was a sheet cake. It was like 4 feet by 2 feet.
Sheet.
And the crowd was amazing. And then of course the crew was like, I'm like, you guys have to eat this. It's a sheet cake.
Yeah.
So we all ate it and it was great.
Nice. But yeah, the standing O in comedy, unless you're, Chappelle or somebody, it's
I don't
rare.
know. Some of these comedians that work the cruise ships get them all the time. Like when they say things like,
that's what they say.
and also when they say, hey, let's get on our feet for the troops. How about a hand for our troops? And then they go, good night.
Yeah. Gross. Gross. They used to be, remember years ago, some of those headliners, they dropped the flag on stage and sing God Bless America. And then good night. That doesn't count.
But you do
doesn't
know, and
count.
I've told you this story before. I may have said it on air. There was a guy I was working with, and he said he got a standing ovation, and he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And he also did one of my jokes that I did off the cuff.
Mm.
So there you go.
Initials?
No, not doing it.
Initials. Come on, give me an initial. Give me a little guess the hack. We'll do guess the hack.
AR.
Al Romero. Holy shit.
No, not him
He's
either.
a fucking hack.
No.
I got Al Romero's tax forms one year, or agents.
How
With
did
the
he
same
do?
agents. No, he didn't have a good year. It was a bad year for Al. I was looking at him, Jesus.
So you sent them in and you reduced your tax bill.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was Al struggled in 2013. He's a Cuban American. Have you noticed that the Cuban American, when they come over from, communist Cuba, but when they hit that fucking sand, they are the most right-wing, pro-Trumpy, fucking conservative people to hit the, you know what I mean? When they come over, they're all, I've been here forever. This is our country. Got to make it great again. And it's like, you're not even American, but they love it. They love America so much because they got here and they don't get it. They don't want to hear any bitching. They don't want to hear you, some liberal shithead.
Yeah, well, they don't want to see
things are difficult.
You don't know what, yeah. You don't
Hold
want to
on.
hear that.
What happened?
And do you copy
this? I'm getting
Romas?
I had 2 calls at the same time, and
It's on your end.
It's knocked me out twice.
Yeah, you're docked, correct?
I'm docked, yes. But the 2, and so I hit end it, and then it cut you off, and now I did it again, and now the person's calling again. I'm hitting end.
Don't hit end on me. I was going to say we lost visual. We regained visual.
I'm back.
We have Romas in our sights. Oxygen levels.
Whatever we were talking, and then I got a phone call. Then I hit another phone call, and boom, you're gone. Now I'm back.
Talking about Al Romero and Cuba.
Oh yeah, Cuba. But you know what I'm saying? These guys are very pro-American.
Well, in general, the Latino community, including Mexicans and Mexican immigrants, normally lean conservative. In history, pre-Trump, what I'm saying is. But now it's like you don't know what you have here. Where I come from, the power goes out 3 times a day, and sometimes the water.
They're not wrong, and then they see whiny bitches in the street. Trump's mean. His tweets are mean, and and these guys are like, "Fuck you! You don't know what mean is."
My brother was
being put in jail.
In prison, and my uncle was in a firing squad.
Yeah, that's mean. So I get it,
but it's all relative.
I understand.
But you can understand. We do suffer these things that bug us, but then when we compare them,
perspective, right? Everything's
it's about perspective. Absolutely,
100%.
Hey, we're coming up on an hour on this baby.
Oh,
which
I got a hard out, buddy. I got a dinner I have to attend, so I got to get moving. I got some.
Oh, you're going to Chops?
I'm going to Chops. I got a steak and some booze to drink.
Are you doing the shower? What time is your dinner?
6 o'clock. I'm gonna wash my ass. Sure. And why not?
Right, get your underwear out of the
dirty underwear
the sink. No, I know it's soaking. I know it's soaking in the sink with shampoo.
Yes, it's soaking.
All my old tricks.
My underwear has dishpan hands. Oh my god, it's soaking. What was that commercial with the
Madge? You're soaking in it.
Madge.
Palmolive. Is it Palmolive? Palmolive?
Madge was their maid. These families all had maids back in the 70s. Remember, like Brady Bunch, and they didn't need a maid; they just had one though. And Madge was, and they would laugh at Madge in the commercial. And she's like, "Madge, you gonna do those dishes?" What was that? Was that the line? She's doing the dishes. They're soaking. I don't remember that now. I'm soaking in it. Why would Madge say she's soaking in it? Don't go blue. Well, why would Madge say she's?
We're going to continue this on the next pod for sure.
I'm sure we are. What was that thing we were talking about last week?
Say goodbye to the listeners. Come on.
All right. Peace out, mofos. We'll see you next week. 2 L's, 1 pod.
So long, Mel. Have a good trip. Iceberg dead ahead. Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
I'm losing my mind.
Patreon.com/The Two Dicks, which is named after our web series. This is the Two Owls, One Pod podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
Okay, sure.
All right. Subscribe. Mary. This was a horrible mistake.
Patreon.com/The Two Dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.